to you is that this is going to be focused solely on the school children. And the fact that we decided to focus on the school children is because they are going to be the next stars of the esports scene. And also, ISRL does not only offer a cash prize, it also offers you a is going to be kind of an amazing day because we are going to be seeing PUBG Mobile. PUBG Mobile being one of the biggest gaming sensations in the mobile gaming industry has rocked the world. And India being, one of the countries with with a huge population and a lot of people having access to mobile phones, you can surely expect that the Indian scene is going to be booming. And yes, it is. It has been booming for quite a while. We've seen a lot of tournaments for PUBG Mobile coming up, and ISRL is also going to be one of those, which is also going to be featuring a few other games. But PUBG Mobile is the game for today, and that is what we are going to be focusing on. And a huge shout out to SRM University, India Today, College Dunia, and EGI for sponsoring this event right here. And also, for you guys, a huge shout out to you guys who came to the stream, watched it, and participated in the giveaway. And we need to talk about the giveaway right now because we are going to be giving away two lucky winners to 600 UC cash each. So if you don't want to miss out on that, stay tuned, watch the stream, and also check out the link in the description below so you guys actually know how to participate in this giveaway and also get yourself an availing chance to win that 600 UC cash, because free cash is good cash and you will be able to buy a lot of cosmetics item from the PUBG Mobile store, and also maybe you can get a booster for gold or something like that. And BB points, I mean gold is, that's totally another game, but you get the point. You can use that to fancy yourself a little bit, get that really good costume that you always wanted, the Joker skin, the Harley Quinn skin, and all of that good stuff, which you can surely have fun with while you are laying down the herd for all of the people who are in the server. And without any further ado, I guess we will be getting into game number one in a short while. But what you guys can do in the meanwhile is go ahead and check out Playtonia's Facebook page. Just scroll down and see what events we have in store for you. And if you don't really want to miss out on any of those, go ahead and give us a like on our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram. And we are pretty active on Instagram these days, and we have seen a lot of players who actually won in the previous 4 rounds, previous 3 rounds, to have actually given a lot of their screenshots over onto Instagram. So we do give a shout out to all of those. So go ahead, if you are going to be a player participating in ISRL, go ahead and share with us all of your funny moments in the tournament, or maybe just PUBG Mobile in general, and we will make sure that you get the attention that you deserve. And also, the game is going to be starting in a little bit, so go ahead and just grab yourself a tub of popcorn, strap on your seatbelts, and get ready to see some PUBG Mobile. And by the way, go ahead and react and comment down in the stream below. Just let us know what we can do better as an organization. What games do you want to see being a tournament hosted by Playtonia? Because we are looking to spread our wings further, and getting a good recommendation from all of you good viewers is going to be pretty essential for us to tailor our needs, tailor to your needs. So this is going to be quite an amazing thing that we can do if you guys just cooperate with us. Let us know what you want so we can make that happen. And Playtonia is not just the organization, it is the community, and the community does matter for us a lot. And talking about the community, go ahead and interact with all the other people who are going to be watching the stream right here, because you might have a friend who's going to be playing in today's game. And by the way, today's game is going to be a best of three, and it is going to be in the map of Sandhog. Sandhog is a very small map, and since this is going to be solo play, you can expect a lot of bloodshed from the early game to the late game. What we have seen, which I have personally found a little bit distasteful, is the fact that people have People actually camp a lot in this game, and those are the only phases of the game which actually get me a little boring right here and there. But that those are really getting compensated later on into the game as the zone progresses. You actually see a lot of people getting out of their comfort zones and trying to take a fight, and most of the time it is quite a sight to see because we do see a lot of skill being displayed by all of these players. The grenades getting thrown. I mean, personally, I'm pretty okay at PUBG Mobile. I do get a bunch of kills with guns and stuff, but grenades are not something which I have mastered. And you see all the players in the server right here. I'm pretty sure that they're experienced throwing down the grenades, and those have been a crucial part of the game for a while right now, and they are making the most usage of that. Also, talking about smokes and flashes have been working out in their favor, and you see it right here. A proud player number one right here. He's just gonna be showing off his emoticon right there, and those are a few things which you can get in the game of PUBG. Just finish off a player with style, and just instead of teabagging their corpse, you can show off your dance or something. I mean, that is something which Fortnite did get into the scene, and PUBG has, I would say that PUBG has actually done it a little bit better because not a lot of BM is going to be going on in a game of PUBG, and we are going to be looking at who has the highest level of Royale Pass and who is going to be the guy who has the skin for the plane, and that is going to be Harsha with a Royale Pass level of 100, and he has that very generic looking skin right there for the plane. And we do see the flight path coming in, and it is going to be starting over from Hatin, and it is going to end over at Ban. So this is going to be a flight path which is going to be focused over onto the western side of the map, and this is probably going to be a typical hotspot drop coming from most of these players. You see a whole group actually landing towards boot camp right now, while we do see a few other players going towards the far western side of the map. We do see a bunch of players going towards Kao and maybe even Mong Nai if that is possible for them. And it looks like players have landed right now. And let's actually see how this is going to be panning out, because 24 people are alive in the server, and I expect any one of them to be getting killed right now, especially over at boot camp, because I did see that it is completely filled up with a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure that that is not a place which can withhold all of their players, all of their skill. I'm pretty sure that someone is going to go down over at boot camp, and let's actually see how that is going to be going on. As we see Proud right here, player number one, he is going to be going for the loot over at these coastal areas, and it looks like he's not really found the gun of his fancy. Okay, he does have that M16A4, which is a really good gun. It can work out well as a DMR. Also, strap on a 4x and turn the fire rate to single, and you will probably be able to get a bunch of long range kills. And for his secondary weapon, though, we have not seen him pick one up yet. I would suggest just pick up whatever gun you find, because you can swap it out later. Meanwhile, you do see Jita is going to be getting the kill onto Kratos somewhere around the map. While getting into boot camp, we see Pete versus one more player, Noob of India, YT. YT probably stands for YouTube. Maybe he has a YouTube channel, and do let us know, Noob of India YT, because we would like to collaborate with you a lot more. We would like to see a lot more of your clips if you do get a bunch of them in this game right now. As we do see Noob of India, he has a QBZ, does not have any armor or helmet to work with. He is pretty aware of Pete's position, does have that flashbang which he wants to prime up, make sure that he can get a way to get inside of that building where he is. But it looks like Pete is going to be retreating. I guess he's gone a little bit, rotated a little bit, trying to get a better angle onto Noob of India, while one more person goes down in the other side of the map. And we do see bootcamp. It is going to be populated by 3 players as of now. Storm is going to be there in the main building, while Noob of India and Pete are going to be getting into a little bit of a scuffle over at the outer areas. And it looks like Noob of India still has not gotten himself his armor and helmet, so I guess I suggest that he should probably go ahead and make that a priority. There is a level 2 helmet right in front of him, but if he is going to go ahead and pick that up, he needs to be careful because right across those boxes or crates right there is going to be a player, and that is going to be Pete. And it looks like Noob of India, he is quite aware of his position. He's just going to be moving forward. He's going to be getting onto the first floor, trying to get a better angle. He might be able to get a good angle onto Pete, but he needs to be careful because Pete is also aware of Noob of India's rotation. I'm pretty sure that he knows that he is onto the first floor. And we do see Pete, he is going to be camping over there at boot camp, while we do see one more kill going on the other side of the map. And I guess people are going to be dropping like flies. Nothing really surprising right there because, this is a game of PUBG and kills is the name of the game. Also skins, but kills are the main point. And by the way, each kill does cost you 5 points, so go ahead and rack those up. Meanwhile, another player also goes down on another side of the map, and this is looking to be quite an amazing game to see. And it looks like Noob of India is going to be peeking under the stairs, trying to see if Pete has actually moved in, but it looks like Pete is not really making any noise. He's just going to be camping over there. Meanwhile, we do see one more guest joining the fray. That is going to be Rohit, player number 12. And we do see Noob of India, he is gonna get baited to peek and reveal his position. So Pete's position has also been revealed, so he needs to be careful about that. The only good thing about this is the fact that Noob of India does not have a grenade to work with. Meanwhile, you see the zone, it is going to be over at the north and western side of the map. And that is quite an interesting zone because half of the map is going to be in the waters. So let's just hope that this is not one of those games where you have to get into the water, because that is certainly not a good idea. Meanwhile, over at boot camp, once more, Noob of India is going to be able to get that kill onto Pete. It looks like Pete was trying to get that peek and get that kill, but sadly that was not going to happen. Elsewhere on the map, Steve Rogers, Captain America, is going to be getting a kill. So players are looking to be pretty sorted out. But Noob of India needs to be careful because he did make a little bit of noise as he went for the kill. So Rohit is aware of his position and he is trying to get near him, trying to make a flank or something, try to position himself better so he can probably look for another kill. But it looks like he is going to be over at this little bit of a ridge right there, just making sure that he is in a good position. But I don't think that Nubovidia is aware of his position right now. Meanwhile, we do see the drop. The first drop is going to contain an M249 and a suppressor, and it looks like one player is going to be making his way towards that player number 26. That is going to be, I can't really read that name. I need better glasses, I think. And we are going to be seeing, I think that's Wolf. Okay, Wolf is going to be getting that drop for himself. All that level 3 gear, the M249, and the suppressor for a sniper rifle. I don't really know if that is going to attach itself to the M249. I do believe that it is patched up over the PC version of PUBG, but I don't know if it's still there over in PUBG Mobile. But we do see Rohit, he is going to reveal his position right now, and he is taking a lot of damage, and Noob of India once more gets an easy kill, and that is going to be 2 kills racked up for him. But he's also made a lot of noise, so he probably needs to change his position because there are still 2 more players over at bootcamp, and since bootcamp is still inside of the zone, I don't really think he needs to make the move. So maybe once the second zone has been confirmed, we might be able to see if the next zone is going to force all of these players out of this boot camp or not, because as of now it does not seem like that is going to be the case. As we do see Noob of India, he is going to be making a move out of this building right now, just making sure that he gets inside of the zone maybe. So let's actually see how that is going to happen. While Storm did manage to spot out one player over at the other side of bootcamp. He has a M416 to work with, and Noob of India is going to be running towards the other side, getting a little bit deeper inside of the zone, while Storm is going to be camping over at the main building. I don't really know if that is a good idea or not. He has a Car 98K and an M4, but he does not have a lot of armor or vest to work with. Meanwhile, we do see Harshu is going to be making his way inside of the zone. There is one player towards his left hand side, but I don't think they are going to be getting into a fight or anything. Harshu needs to heal up right now, make sure that he is going to be pretty healthy for when a fight does manage to break out. And we see the zone is going to be closing over at the left hand side of boot camp. We see Ikira, who is going to be just going over at that hill. And I believe Ikira actually got a bunch of kills in this game already, so he is looking to be in a good position. And if he does manage to get a little bit deeper inside of the zone, he is going to be pretty much sorted out. Meanwhile, we see Riptide right here. He is going to be all level 3 up, and I think this guy is pretty sorted out right now. He is going to be at the edge of the zone though, so he probably needs to get a better position, get a little bit deeper inside of the zone, so when the next zone does come, he can, make sure that he is at the closest vicinity of the zone, or maybe if he's lucky enough, he can be in the zone when the next one arrives. Meanwhile, we see Harshu is going to be getting into a little bit of a fight. I don't really know if he got shot or anything because he was already this HP when he came inside of the zone already. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got into a fight or maybe heard a bunch of bullets flying past him, zipping past him, because he seems to be pretty rattled. And you all know that when a player is rattled, his first instinct is to go prone and hide behind a rock. Like I wish that could be said for me in real life, but I sadly can't do that. I'm pretty lazy IRL. Meanwhile, the second airdrop is going to drop, and that is going to have an NK14, and that is probably one of my favorite DMRs. It has that ability to deal tons and tons of damage, and the fire rate of that is also pretty stable compared to the recoil of something like a QBU or an SKS or an SLR. It is probably one of the better guns and certainly deserves its spot for being in a crate. While we do see Harshu, he is going to be getting out of that rock right now. He's just going to change his position. He probably needs to, upgrade his vest, get a level 2 vest for himself because things are not looking that good. And since the zone is also forcing him to move forward, it looks like he is going to be getting inside of the zone without any hassle. But he needs to keep an eye over at player number 33, Killshot, I believe. Because he was right behind him before, and if Harshu gets spotted out or something, it is going to be quite hard for him to deal with. And since there is a road, I believe Killshot won't have a lot of trouble. I believe that Killshot is going to have a lot of trouble because there is not a lot of grass to hide in, and you can't just prone around, do the same gimmick again and again. While we see Alpha Doom, it seems like he's actually gotten into a fight right here between Akira and one more player in his vicinity, and it looks like they might just go down in a little bit. While Harshu, he is going to be in a better position as of now. Killshot is going to be rotating around, hugging those hills over onto the western side, just making sure that he is in a better position. Meanwhile, we do see Akira. He is going to be taking a ton of damage. His level 2 helmet is almost but done. And he needs to be careful though. He is getting shot out from Popcorn over on the other side. Papa Porn, not Popcorn. That is not a name which I would like to say a lot more, so I'll just keep that as player number 2. And I guess Ikea, he is in a little bit of a pickle right there. He is going to be able to heal up, but he does not have, a helmet to work with anymore. And right in front of him, if he decides to move forward through the bridge right there, there is going to be Alpha Doom to meet him with a crosshair to his face. So that is also something he needs to worry about. While we do see Killshot, he has made his way inside of the zone, and we do see Alpha Doom, he is going to be taking tons of damage, and it seems like Alpha Doom is not going to be the one getting the kill onto Akira, as Akira proves me wrong and gets the third kill of this game, and that is going to be one more, going to say five points for Gryffindor right there. As we do see Papa Porn, he is going to have that SLR, I believe he's keeping a close eye onto that rocks right there, making sure that he has a better angle. Meanwhile, we do see Dab Stab. He is gonna be spotted out by player number 11, so he needs to be careful. He probably needs to get into one of these buildings. The zone is gonna be clipping them. While we do see Riptide, he is giving chase right there. I believe he has actually figured out the position of Dab Stab. He has closed the door, so that has confirmed his position. Maybe he needs to better position himself and try to get a better angle. Maybe, throw a grenade or something. As we do see him, he is going to open the door. He's going to try to get that kill, but sadly, the smoke has already been popped, and it looks like Dabstab is going to be getting onto the other side of the building. What a player, man, Dabstab. He's going to use that smoke as cover, as a distraction to heal himself, and that is probably one of the better ideas. He does have a level 1 vest, and it does not seem like it is in a good position. Meanwhile, we do see Dabstab. He is going to try to go for the peak, and it looks like Riptide is making the long rotation. They need to be careful though, because Riptide is going to be circling around pretty wide, and he does not have a lot of cover to work with. But no, Dabstab is going to go down, and Riptide is going to be getting the first kill of this game. But he is getting shot from behind though, so he probably needs to change his position. He does not have the leisure time to go ahead and loot, because Harshu is going to be shooting him from behind. He is going to be able to get into a safer position as of now and heal himself up, but he is stuck in this lonely island, and he will need to swim up towards the mainland, because I don't think anyone has that luck of the zone closing in on that area itself. While we do see Harshu, he is going to be able to spot out one more player, a player number 19, I believe, that is Karan SJR. It seems like Karan SJR is going to be going prone, so Harshu will not be able to spot him out that easily. He's still keeping an eye over near the bootcamp area, but it looks like I think he knows that Karan has moved a little bit forward. I believe he knows that Karan is going to be a little bit prone right there. While we do see Killshot, he's not yet made his way inside of the zone, and Karan is looking to be in a better position than Harshu right there, as I believe one of these players is going to kill each other. Probably going to be, Karan, who's going to be getting the kill onto Harshu. But no, Karan, don't do that mistake. Don't shoot right there, because you're going to reveal your position, and that's probably going to be a free kill for Harshu. While we do see Brutal OP is going to be getting the kill onto Stoneface. Karan does manage to, evade that a little bit. Harshu does take a lot of damage, but no, Harshu is going to survive by a hair's breadth, and he is going to be able to get that kill. Heals up immediately, and the kill shot did hear that noise though, so he is keeping an eye over onto that hill right there. Harshu needs to be careful as to not reveal his position as of now. We do see Proud. He is going to be getting the kill onto Captain America, Steve Rogers right there, and the zone is going to be quite close to Killshot and Harshu, so I don't think they'll have a lot of trouble making it inside the zone. But Killshot does not have, good loot to work with. He only has that level 1 vest and the level 1 helmet, while Harshu seems to have the positional advantage and also a better angle. So he needs to be careful. And while we do see Killshot, he is gonna probably just heal up and try to make a run for it. He needs to be careful of Harshu, because I believe Harshu does. Okay, Harshu is gonna get spotted out by Killshot right now, and Harshu is getting shot from the other side also. So he needs to make sure that he does not get picked off this easily. He already has 1 kill, so. And since 11 people are alive, he is looking to be in a better position than most. Killshot is going to be making his way towards that hill right there, and it looks like he will have to run up the hill, and the zone is going to be moving a little bit slower towards his side, because that is closer towards the zone. While we do see Akira, he is going to get spotted out by Noob of India, and that is going to be 1 more kill going his way. This guy seems to be on a roll. While we do see Killshot, he has made his way on top of the hill. I believe Harshu has spotted him out, but I don't think it is going to be a good idea for him to actually get that kill. We do see him, crouching and going prone, but Harshu has spotted that. He did see him emerging out of the tree and going prone, so he knew his exact location. Just fires at the general direction and gets that kill. Pretty easy right there. But he is gonna be disappointed, because I believe Killshot did not have that good of loot. He does not have an upgrade to his armor. Meanwhile, we do see Riptide. He has heard the noise being made by Harsha, so he is gonna be keeping an eye on top of that hill. And Harshu is going to be moving forward. I believe if he's going to be making a lot more noise, Riptide is going to probably get an easier pickup right there. While we do see him, he is making tons of noise right now, and Riptide is just keeping an eye on top of that hill. But I don't think it is going to be a good idea for him to stand like this out into the open, because Riptide is probably going to get spotted out by Harshu, and that is probably going to be 1 more easy kill going his way. And yeah, things are not looking that good as of now for a lot of these players. Only 7 people alive, and we are already at the later stages of the game. As Riptide, he is getting a little. I don't know what the hell this guy is doing, man. I mean, He probably needs to, get into some cover or something because things are not looking that good. Well, we do see Harshu, he is going to be able to heal up and get back into optimum health. While we do see Wolf, he is going to be able to spot out Proud right there. But Proud, he is going to be able to jump his way towards safety as Wolf is going to be whiffing a lot of those shots. But they're not really inside of the zone, so he needs to be careful about that. Meanwhile, Harshu is going to be making a move, and it seems like Harshu has spotted out Riptide's position. He probably can't get that kill. He's going to be waiting and baiting him out, trying to get that jump. He will damage him for a little bit, but I don't think that is going to be enough. He's going to try to get that kill with the Core 98K. I don't really think that's a good idea. Probably, switch out to your M4, swap out the scopes, and probably try to get that kill. While Riptide is going to be able to get into safety, Papa Port is going to be right next to him, so Harshu needs to be careful about that because Papa Port will probably be able to get a better angle. Meanwhile, on the other side, we do see Brutal OP is going to be able to get that kill onto Wolf, and Brutal OP himself is not looking that healthy as we see Proud. He's actually trying to get that kill onto Wolf right there, not onto Wolf, onto that guy right there. While Harshu is looking to be in a little bit of a pickle because Papa Porn has spotted out his position. Once he comes to take a breath onto that water, he probably might be killed. As Papa Porn is keeping a close eye onto the waters. Meanwhile, we do see Proud. He's going to be able to get that kill onto Jack Overdrive. And that is going to be just 4 people alive. And things are getting a little bit heated up as of now. Papa Pondo, he does manage to spot out Harshu. He's going to try to go for the shot. He probably will be able to get that kill onto Harshu. He does also manage to spot out one more player shooting at him. So Papa Porn, he's actually changed his focus onto another player. Papa Pondo, he will be able to get that kill onto Harshu right there. And he's going to change his position ASAP because he knows that he's not alone over on this side of the island. As the zone is going to be quite close, not a lot of cover to work with. And Papa Porn, he looks to be at the better position as of now. He has that rock covering him, and the Proud will have to make his way towards the zone anytime right now. He's just going to be lobbing down those grenades, trying to get a lucky kill. But I don't think that is going to work out in his favor as things are looking a little bit iffy for all of these players as of now. Riptide is going to be inching a little bit closer towards the zone, and I believe if he gets on top of those hills, he is probably going to get spotted out by Papa Porn right there. As Proud, he is going to be crouch walking on this hill. I don't know if that's a good idea. Just go prone because if you are going to be revealing yourself like that, I believe you're probably going to get killed up by Riptide before anything bad goes down. As we do see Riptide, he is going to be able to inch his way towards the zone right there. Proud is going to be on the other side of the hill, just trying to get a better position. And it looks like Proud is going to be safe for now. But the player which all of these guys have to worry about is Papa Porn because he is kind of in a sneaky position. I don't believe these guys actually have an idea that he's going to be behind one of these rocks. While Proud and Riptide, not Pride and Riptide. I mean, that was a little, I don't know, mishap of the tongue, I believe. And we do see Proud, he is going to be making tons of noise, jumping around, just getting into those trees, making sure that he has cover. As we do see the zone, it is going to royally mess up Proud's position. As we do see Riptide, he is going to try to get a peek onto Papa Porn right there, but I believe Papa Porn has the better angle, and Riptide, he is gonna be able to survive for a little while longer as Proud is gonna be making his way towards that hill where Riptide is, and he needs to be careful. He's running right towards Riptide, and I believe he knows his position. He is gonna be able to spot him out right now, and he gets that kill probably. Yes, he does. Proud is gonna be able to get that kill onto Riptide, and this is going to be just 2 people left, and it looks like Proud might be aware of the position where Papa Porn is, since he is going to be lobbing up a grenade or something. But it looks like Papa Porn is going to be able to get that initial lookout, and the information is going to be able to get him that kill. So Papa Porn is going to be at the top of this leaderboard with 3 kills. Just trailing behind him is going to be Proud with 4 kills, and Riptide with 1, Harshu with 2 kills, Jack Overdrive with 2, Brutal OP with 2 kills, and we do see Aikira over at 11th place with 4 kills. I mean, this is looking to be a really interesting game. A lot of these skills are getting in, and a lot of these players are looking to be in a good position, even though they have not really placed a lot higher in the scoreboard. Since their kills are also going to matter, it looks like this is going to be quite an amazing game to look out for. And a huge shout out to India Today, PlayStation, SRM University, and College Dunia, and No Paper Forms, and AGI for sponsoring this event, ISRL PUBG Mobile. And we are going to be seeing who is going to be at the top of the leaderboard once the points have been calculated, on top of those skills. So, we will be looking at that before match number 2 starts. But what you guys can do before all of that is go ahead and check out the description down in the link below, because if you participate in that, you will have a lucky chance. Two of you guys will actually have a lucky chance to get 600 UC cash each. So, don't miss out on that free cash right there. Go ahead and check out the link in the description below, follow the instructions, and avail yourself a chance to get that 600 UC cash. But also go ahead and leave a like on our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram, because this is going to be quite an amazing thing to see. We have a lot of things lined up for you guys, and certainly you don't want to miss out on any of that. So if you want to make sure that you don't want to miss out on any of that, just go ahead and do what I say is follow us on our social media. And that is going to be the end of map number 1 of this round number 2, match number 4, as we are going to be getting into map number 2 after a short commercial break.
In your shadow,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Oldbear, also known as Siddharth Prashanth, and we are going to be getting into map number two of this round number two, match number four of PUBG Mobile ISRL. And this is looking to be quite an interesting game, just like it was yesterday. We have already seen the game which got over map number one. A lot of people were not playing as passive as it was during day number two or even day number one, but right now, though, it is looking to be pretty good right here. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, a huge shout out to all of you guys who are going to be watching the stream, because without you, this won't be possible. And also, don't forget to go ahead and participate in the giveaway. A huge shout out to India Today, PlayStation, SRM University, College Dunia, and No Paper Forms and EGI. And with that being said, we will be getting into map number two in a little bit. But before that, let's actually see the points being accumulated by all of these players during map number one, because that is going to be something which is going to decide. And by the way, since this is a best of three series, you're actually going to be accumulating all of those points on top of each other, and with that we'll actually be able to decide a winner fair and square. You don't really, you have three chances to get in the participate into this game and get yourself that winning chance, but certainly not a lot of things will be possible. But since this is a best of three series, we made sure that this is going to be a more fair evaluation of your skill and your qualifications to get into the next round. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and check out the stats for map number one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we see actually 007 Proud, who's going to be on the first place with 115 points, who actually is going to be tied up with Papa Porn with 115 points also. So the only reason why Proud is on top compared to Papa Porn, who actually got the chicken dinner during the game, is because he has a little bit more kills than him, one kill to be precise. And over at second place, or actually third place, is going to be Aggie 16 with 95 points, Harshu Vyas with 95 points also, Jack Overdrive with 90 points, Manan K01 K07H with 85, Hira Gaming with 70 points is also going to share that with Noobs of India, who also has 70 points, and also Lone Wolf Ray with 70 points. Over at the last place of this top 10 is going to be Kamikaze with 65 points. So there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys are the ones you have to look out for if you're a player playing this game in this map right now, because these players already have a fighting chance of qualifying. And if you also need a qualifying chance, you need to look out for all of these players. You need to make sure that you take them down early on into the game and make sure you put yourself first. And with that being said, I guess we will be getting into map number two in just a little bit. But what you guys can do is go ahead and check out Playtonia's social media. Give us a like over at our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram. And what you guys can also do during the course of the live stream is go ahead and check out the giveaway right now, as we are going to be giving away two lucky winners 600 UC cash each. So if you want to know how to participate in this giveaway, go ahead and check out the description down below, and you'll be equipped with all the rules and regulations, all the instructions that you need to get yourself an availing chance of getting that 600 UC cash, which by the way you can use it in a game of PUBG Mobile to get yourself that fancy ass skin that you've always wanted. Nobody wants to wreck other people looking at having the stock character. It's always more fun if you have that furry suit, or maybe a cosplaying character, maybe the Joker or Harley Quinn. I believe there's also a lot of Batman skins coming up into this game, so that is also something you have to look out for, as we are going to be getting into map number two in a short while, 35 seconds to be precise. And since this is a best of three series, match two, probably the guys who got top 10 in map number one can play this a little bit more slower, also assuring them that they will place a little bit higher, because if their main goal is to survive and not to get a lot of kills, they're probably going to be making it a little further on into this map. And if they are going to be making further on into the map, they sure as hell can rack up those points by getting that placement, you don't really need to take a fight, and you probably need to rack up those points during game number 3, because that is when you know that your victory is going to be assured, and you can probably make all of those reckless plays and not be punished for it, as we are going to be seeing the flight path that is going to be starting over at the northeastern side of the map, right near Mong Nai, and it is going to end over at Nakam. And this is looking to be quite a typical plain flight path, nothing really surprising. The usual hotspots are obviously going to be occupied. Maybe we might see a bunch of people going towards the southeastern side of the map near Kampong or even Docks, because those are places where you can get enough loot to survive. We do see a bunch of people getting near, Painan, and Painan is also one of those cities you need to look out for. It's not as huge as Boot Camp or maybe even Paradise Resort, but it still has that fair amount of guns. And talking about guns, this is Sandhawk, so you don't really have to worry about getting those guns, because you probably are going to be getting an assault rifle if you just put a little bit of effort. Even minimum effort is going to be getting you those guns, because all of these little settlements and little houses also house a lot of 556 weapons like the QBC, which is a common weapon which can be found in Sandhawk's map. So that is something you need to keep in mind. And the reason, Sandhawk is one of the fairer maps compared to Erangel or Miramar is because of, the lack of sparsity of the guns availability. As we are going to be looking at number 3 and number 19, they are going to be getting into a little bit of a fight, and it looks like Karan is going to be able to get the kill on Game Boy, while Ikira over at the cave is going to be able to get one more kill. So that is already going to be 2 people going down, only 15 people alive. And this is already looking to be a really eventful game as of now. We see 2 people over at the boot camp main area, while the garage is going to be occupied by Karan. And it looks like Storm is going to be stuck over at the main building. He has a vector to work with. Coming back to Paradise Resort, it looks like Jack Overdrive is going to be pinned over at that balcony right there. And it looks like Stoneface has a really good angle. He just needs to get that lucky shot, and he might be able to get that kill onto Jack Overdrive. Jack Overdrive is going to make a run for that door, but no, Stoneface is there. He is keeping a keen eye with that 2x, and he will be able to get that kill on him. So Jack Overdrive is going to be going down a little bit early on into the game. And boot camp, I guess as of now, you guys must be tired of what is happening over at boot camp, because this is very reminiscent of every time we do see boot camp, because a bunch of players do get a little bit of kills at the beginning once they drop down. But after that, if the zone is not going to be over at boot camp, they make the move. But if it is, you do see them camping over here, and it does kind of get boring for a while. But patience does pay off, and these guys need to be patient this early on into the game, because that is probably going to be getting them a better placements. And Noob of India, who actually got 11th place during the last map, he actually had 4 kills. So if he just puts a little bit more effort, survive rather than trying to get all of those kills, he probably can get a little bit further into the game. Meanwhile, we do see the zone coming right there, and that is going to be a very typical zone located at the northwestern side of the map. It is going to clip boot camp. Boot camp is not going to be taken out just yet, and a lot of people who have landed over at the southeastern side of the map will have to make their move towards the zone, and probably a bunch of kills are going to be taking place over there. We do see Ikira, he is going to be over at the caves, has started moving as of now. We do see the flashbang. Okay, no, that is actually the grenade getting thrown out by Noobs of India, and that is not going to deal any damage to Storm. He will be able to evade it. I believe he did have the information that a grenade was getting cooked up in front of him. So nothing really surprising right there. That is the feature of the third person perspective. You will be able to peek around corners without giving away a lot of your position, and that is a really good thing coming from this game right here, because that does allow you, that does give you the depth of having to strategize, having to position yourself just a little bit better than your peers, so you have a much better fighting chance than them. And we are going to be looking at Steve Rogers over at Kampong, and he's just gonna try to get his loot together. and he seems to be pretty sorted at all level 2 gear. An assault rifle, I believe there was a Car 98K right next to him. Maybe if he picks that up, he is going to be sorted out for the rest of the game. But boot camp again, it looks like Noobs of India is just trying to bait out Storm to go ahead and get a peek or something, because he seems to be stuck as of now. He knows that there is going to be one more player over at garages, and he does not really want to make a move and reveal his position to him. But it looks like this is going to be a cat and mouse fight happening between Noobs of India and one more player. So Noobs of India is not really making a move just yet. He's just trying to bait out Storm to go for the pick, just opening and closing the door. While we do see Jita, he is gonna have that one kill working out in his favor. Has that level 3 gear, has that AKM, and I believe that is an M16A4. So he seems to be pretty sorted out. Also, just needs the level 3 gear. Probably, once the first airdrop lands, you will see people trying to go for that, and that is probably going to be the first set of level 3 gear. And talking about the airdrop, what a jinx I have done, as we see the MK14 and the level 3 gear going to be there over at that first loot drop, and it looks like nobody is quite close to getting that. It is going to be near the bridge, which is going to be connecting the western side of the island to the central island. So people will have to make their moves sometime soon, and when they do, they're probably going to be able to claim that level 3 gear. Meanwhile, getting back into boot camp. Oh lord, please don't show this to me again. This is looking to be very boring way happening right here, as Noobs of India. Okay, maybe not, because we do see Noobs of India. He is going to be firing a bunch of preemptive shots, trying to I don't really know if Storm is going to be taking any of this bait. It seems like Noobs of India has the willpower of a turtle, because he is making all of this noise, and still, if Storm is going to be unfazed, it is going to be quite confusing. He's also moving around over at the first floor, so I don't think that Storm is unaware of this. Storm is just trying to, play the patience game, just waiting and seeing if Noob's official is going to be making a mistake or something. But it does not look like both of them are willing to budge. Meanwhile, we see Steve Rogers. He's going to ram. Okay, he's going to ram that. A truck onto a tree, and he immediately regrets that decision, because he is getting shot at by Papa Porn, the guy who actually got the chicken dinner during map number 1. So he needs to probably change his position, better position himself. And it looks like Noobs of India, he's actually decided to change his mind. He does not want to participate in that fight. And it looks like Steve Rogers has a very good angle onto Papa Porn, has that Car 98K with that 6x scope working for him. So if Papa Porn does manage to go for a peak or something, he probably will be able to get a kill pretty easily. And I don't think Steve Rogers is going to get punished for whatever he does, because he also has that level 3 helmet. I believe Papa Porn is actually focused on the driver's seat of the truck, just waiting to see if someone is going to be getting inside of that. Meanwhile, we do see Noobs of India once more. I don't know what the hell he's doing, man. He's just camping in this building, just being a boring little guy right here. But I guess since this does carry a lot of things with this ISRL, this provide you with a scholarship and also this cash prize. Nobody really wants to give up. Nobody really wants to have fun. They just want to win. And certainly, even though I scorn upon this strategy so much, I believe this is one of the most efficient ways to get yourself a better placement into the game. And as of now, you only see 13 people alive, and it looks like Papa Porn is gonna get focused by Steve Rogers from the other side, while also there is going to be one more player, Stonefaced, who is gonna be there. So I guess they also need to be careful about that, and it looks like Papa Porn is gonna be left alone for now, as Steve Rogers and Stonefaced are going to split apart, and it looks like Stonefaced is going to be going towards Paradise Resort. So, he might probably run into a bunch of people going that way or something, but I don't think that is going to be happening anytime soon. Meanwhile, we do see Akira with that M4, and I believe he also has one more gun. He's going to be camping outside of boot camp right at the edge of the zone, and that is a very good position, because he will be able to spot out stragglers, and if he does, he probably will be able to get an easy kill. Meanwhile, we do see Jita, he's going to be moving from the coastal area, and it looks like Riptide is also thinking of the same thing. Maybe he actually knows that Jita is going to be there near him. Maybe he heard the noise being made by his vehicle, and it looks like Riptide is keeping an eye over the coastal area, but I don't think he's focused enough to spot out Jita right there. And it looks like Riptide is gonna be making a run for it towards the bridge, and I don't think taking the bridge is the best of ideas, but it looks like Riptide has spotted out Jita. So it looks like Riptide might just go for the kill, just trailing him behind. And yes, he does. He does manage to spot out Jita right there. He is gonna be scoping in, but no, he's not taking. He's not really trying to go for the shooting right there, and it looks like he's just gonna bait Cheetah to go for the loot inside of that warehouse right there and wait for him to emerge out of it so he has a better angle. And that certainly seems like a better idea than what I would have personally done. And the second airdrop is going to be there. It's going to have a 4x scope and an M249, but sadly it has landed in the water over at the northern side of the map, and nobody is really close to that area. And I believe that this loot drop might just be just left alone, because I don't think they actually want to go for that. If it was me, I would probably not go for that, because that is going to be a waste of time. You're going to be putting yourself out of position. Getting into the water itself is pretty risky, and certainly not something you need to deal with. Meanwhile, Jita is going to be stuck over near this garage area, and it looks like Riptide is just climbing up this hill, getting into the zone. And if he does get into the zone, he probably will have a better angle onto Jita, and it looks like the zone is going to close in, and that's probably going to flush Jita out of that garage. And it looks like Riptide does not really want to wait and see what is going to happen. He just wants to get a little bit deeper inside of the zone, position himself a little bit better. And it looks like Stonefaced might just run into Papa Porn, because they are going to be in Paradise Resort both together. And it looks like Papa Porn has been trailing Stonefaced, so it looks like it's more than likely for him to get that kill. Meanwhile, we do see okay, there is gonna be Jita who's gonna be getting out of that garage right there, but there's also Ace Indian YouTube who's gonna fire at Jita, and he does manage to get that kill on him. So that is gonna be one person going down. Meanwhile, Karan is gonna be able to get that kill onto Noobs of India. So that is going to be two people going down already. So 11 people are going to be alive. Stonefaced is going to stick over at Paradise Resort. He's not exactly in the zone, but it looks like he is a little bit worried about Papa Porn, because Papa Porn is going to be at the outskirts of the resort, and he's just gonna try to get more loot. He probably needs a better vest, and yes, he does. He grabs that level 2 vest over his damaged level 3 vest, and we see Ikira, riding on that ADV, just going around, making sure that he gets a better position in this game. He just passed up one more player, but I don't think he needs to worry about that, since he has spotted out the loot drop, and he probably wants to go for that before trying to do anything. Meanwhile, Papa Porn does shoot out a bunch of bullets, so he can probably bait out the players over at Paradise Resort. And it looks like Stonefaced is not going to be the only one. There is also going to be one more player right next to him, so he needs to keep that in mind. He can't just camp out in Paradise Resort all by himself for the rest of time, towards the end of time. As we do see, the loot drop number 3 is going to be having a Groza, and also all of the level 3 gear that I believe Ikira can make use of. And it looks like Stonefaced and Dabstab, actually, it is gonna be the two of these guys who are gonna share the same building, just in the opposite wings of the building. And the zone is gonna close in, and they are probably gonna be in a better position. It looks like Dabstab is gonna be camping it out. I don't think he's exactly inside of the zone, but if he does move forward, he might be in a bad position. There is going to be popcorn right next to the Paradise Resort. It seems like Papa Porn has already started to make a move. He's gonna be going a little bit forward, not really minding these guys over at Paradise Resort. but it does look like Killshot, Stone-Faced, and Dabstab are gonna be quite close to each other. Okay, not Killshot. Killshot is a little bit further away, but it looks like Stone-Faced and Dabstab might get into a fight anytime soon. It depends on who makes the first move. If both of them are not really aware of each other's position and they start moving towards a little bit deeper inside of the zone, once it has been determined, I believe that whoever makes the first move is going to lose because they are going to reveal their position, and that's probably going to flush out the other player who's going to be camping over at a Paradise Resort, and that is going to be an easy kill going their way if events are supposed to unfold in that manner. But it looks like Storm is going to be keeping an eye on the other side, while Ikira, he seems to be aware that there might be a person near those rocks, so he's just playing this a little bit more passively. And it looks like Ace Indian YT with one kill and not a level 2 helmet, has a level 1 bucket helmet right there, is going to be in a safer position. Nobody's really near him. Storm is going to be making a move. He's going to be getting a little bit closer, and it looks like Ikira might be aware. Both of these guys are going to be rotating around this little rock right there, and it looks like Storm might be aware of Ikira's position, and Ikira is going to fire the decisive shots right here. And it looks like Storm is going to be able to get that kill onto Ikira. I believe going prone like that, you don't have a lot of control over your gun. You can't really aim that up that easily, and that is going to spell the end of Ikira. And Storm is going to be getting one more kill into his favor. Meanwhile, we see Dabstab. He is going to be hugging that building over at Paradise Resort. Riptide is going to be on top of this cliff where Ace Indian is actually headed to. So Ace Indian needs to be a little bit careful. While we do see Stoneface, he does manage to get the kill onto Dabstab. So I guess Dabstab actually made the move first, revealed his position, and Stoneface got that kill pretty easily. And that is gonna spell the end of the guys who are in Paradise Resort. Stoneface probably has a really narrow path towards the zone, and he needs to be careful about I believe that was a Papa Porn who was around the general area, and it looks like Killshot is actually going to be able to spot out Stoneface, but no, Stoneface just goes prone and shoots at him, and he gets that kill pretty easily. 3 kills already, man. It looks like Stoneface is putting up a really good fight. We didn't really hear about him during map number 1, but he certainly is proving himself to be a worthy adversary as he is getting kills after kills, and it does not seem like he just might be over yet. He is going to be staying at the edge of the zone, just clipping it by a little bit, and he's just going to be healing up right now, probably going to be full boosting, so he does not need to worry about doing anything else. Meanwhile, we do see Storm. He is going to be getting a little bit closer towards the drop, which I believe has already been looted out. So not really going to matter a lot. While yeah, Storm is going to be going forward. Papa Porn is going to be in a good position right now, and it looks like Storm is okay. He does manage to spot out the loot drop. Maybe it's looted, maybe it's not. Let's see if Storm is gonna have the balls to go ahead and try to loot that one, because little does he know that Stone-Faced is towards his 12 o'clock. He is going to be on top of that hill, so he needs to keep that in mind. The fact that he is probably going to be out into the open if he goes ahead and tries to get that loot drop right there. Meanwhile, we do see a Riptide. He is gonna change his position. There sadly is going to be one more player in this settlement right here. That is going to be Ace Indian. And Ace Indian, he did manage to swim his way towards Riptide's position. And I don't think Riptide is really aware of his position right now. But Ace Indian, he is going to be making a move. He is going to be able to spot out Riptide's position. And he is going to be able to get that kill. That is going to be 2 kills for Ace Indian. And he's just making it look easy. The sneaky plays coming in from Ace Indian has certainly paid off its worth. As we see Steve Rogers, he is gonna be okay. He has that level 3 helmet working for him, level 2 vest, and it looks like at his closest vicinity is just gonna be Papa Porn, but he's also a little bit further away comparatively. And Steve Rogers looks to be in a really good position as of now. Meanwhile, we do see Brutal OP. He's going to be out into the open, only has the rocks to take cover, and he is going to be making his way towards one of these settlements. He's going to be crouch running right there, and it looks like Karan. Okay, no, actually, nobody is in that settlement right next to him. Papa Porn might be the guy who he needs to be worried about. It looks like he is going to be able to clip inside of the zone, and let's see if he's going to be making his way below this building, because that is one hell of a spot to be in. And if you're going to be there and nobody spots you out, you're probably going to be able to get a bunch of free kills. And it looks like Stonefaced is going to be making his way towards the zone right now. The only person he has to worry about is player number 36. That is going to be Storm. I believe if Stonefaced did keep a keener eye over there, he might be able to spot him out. He's just on the other side of this rock, and Stonefaced, I don't think anybody is really aware of anybody's position. They'll only be aware of that once people start to actually make the move. But it looks like Karan is actually aware of Storm's position. So already 7 people alive, and this might just be the preemptive zone right there, because a lot of people will be going down as they are trying to emerge out of it. Karan is going to be changing his view, is waiting to see if he can get a kill or something like that. And I believe he has actually spotted out Storm's position, but he's not really looking at the right place. And the Storm is just going to be going for the full bush, and it looks like Karan is aware of Stoneface's position. But look at that, you know, really good trigger patience coming in from Karan SJR. He's just waiting for someone else to, make the noise so he can take that initiative and try to get that kill on the Stoneface. He already has 2 kills, so he does not really have a lot to worry about. But it does look like Karan is going to be changing his position, so really good decision by him. While we do see Storm, he is not going to be at the best of positions. He only has a level 1 vest to work with. Meanwhile, we see Steve Rogers. He's going to be able to get that kill onto Ace Indian. So, yeah, that is going to be something working out in his favor. Meanwhile, Stonefaced is going to be making his way towards the smoke. The zone is going to be closing in. Storm probably needs to make a move a little bit faster, and Storm does manage to spot out him, and that is going to be Stonefaced going down. So Storm has 2 kills as of now. Is going to be clipping at the edge of the zone, probably trying to loot it out maybe. He desperately needs whatever Stonefaced has, probably that level 2 vest, but I believe that is also completely tattered out, so he needs to be careful about that. And look at him, he's just looting. He needs to be careful about Steve Rogers, because Steve Rogers is at the building right in front of him, and it looks like he might just be able to spot him out. And look at how Steve Rogers is just cramped up in this place. He's just going to be going for that full boost before he makes the run out of that building, and he probably will be able to get out of that pretty easily, while the zone is looking to be pretty favoring. It is going to be favoring Storm right there, and Steve Rogers is looking to be in a little bit of a pickle. 15 seconds remaining until the zone moves in. Storm is going to be moving a little bit forward, just getting into a better position so he can probably, fight it out against the player who is inside over there. So let's actually see how that is going to be working out. Steve Rogers is going to be making a lot of noise as he is trying to get onto Storm's position. Meanwhile, Papa Porn once more is going to be there on the top 3. And Papa Porn just might be able to spot out Steve Rogers' position as he is making his way towards that cliff. And it looks like Papa Porn will be able to spot him out if he gets up, but it looks like Papa Porn is not really moving an inch. He's just waiting and baiting out the Storm or Steve Rogers to actually make the move. But it looks like Steve Rogers will be in a safer position as of now. He's still, at the short end of the stick. We'll only know that once the zone is going to be coming in, the 8th zone, or maybe that might just be the last one. So it again is going to be in the favor of Storm. But it looks like Papa Porn is going to be aware of the situation. He's just going to throw a bunch of grenades, bunch of Molotovs, just trying to flush people out. But in doing so, has revealed his position to Storm also. So Storm and Steve Rogers have to worry about Papa Porn. And it looks like Papa Porn is going to show himself just a little bit right there. But Storm is going to get taken down by Papa Porn right now. And it looks like Papa Porn is looking to be in a better position, but Steve Rogers is aware of his position also. So, a bunch of grenades getting thrown might just secure the kill for Steve Rogers, but I don't think they're gonna be hasty enough to do that. And it looks like Papa Porn is also aware of Steve Rogers' position, so he's just gonna go prone. Meanwhile, Steve Rogers is gonna cook up the grenade. The grenade is gonna land a little bit closer towards Papa Porn. No, actually, it is gonna land in front of the rock that he's in. So, Steve Rogers is also to field this position. So, Papa Porn, this might be the decisive time while you get another chicken dinner, because as of now, things are looking a little bit better for you. The zone is going to be clipping Steve Rogers in a little bit, so he needs to make the move ASAP. He is going to start try to run towards the rock right there, and he's just going to be bobbing and weaving. And Steve Rogers is also going to go down. He's going to, just go prone. And look at this ring around the rosy being played by all of these players. But no, Papa Pong is going to go down, and Steve Rogers is going to be securing that chicken dinner. And, uh, a good change of scenery right here. It would have been boring if Papa Porn got the chicken dinner consecutively. So Steve Rogers puts that thing right in front of him. Captain America. We all know that he is the hero. So if you guys haven't watched Marvel, Infinity Wars or Endgame, so go ahead and watch that. It's an amazing movie. But keeping that out of the fray, congratulations, Steve Rogers. You managed to get yourself 8 chicken dinner and also 3 kills to boot. So you're probably going to be ranking a little bit higher in the top 10. Meanwhile, Papa Porn, I believe, just because he got that second place over here in match number 2, he's probably going to be at the first place in the points leaderboard. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is map number 2 of this round number 2, match number 4. And this is going to be quite an amazing game coming up. That is going to be map number 3, the decisive map, which will reveal who are going to be qualifying for the next round. But as of now, we can't really say anything about that. But what you guys can do in the meanwhile is go ahead and check out Playtonia's Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on Instagram, because we are pretty active in all of those. And if you are looking to participate in any other esport tournament that we are going to be putting forward, go ahead and check out our social media, because we are updating each and every one of you about what we are up to, and you might not miss out on any of that if you follow us. And with that being said, I guess I'll be back after a short commercial break for map number 3. But before that, what you guys can do is go ahead and participate in the giveaway, because if you check out the description down below, you will find the instructions and the rules and regulations that you need to participate, because 2 lucky winners for today's live stream will be getting that 600 UC cash each. And if you don't want to miss out on that, go ahead and follow my instructions. Just go down to the description down below, follow that link, and you will get yourself a fighting chance of getting that 600 UC cash. And with that being said, I guess this is Old Bear, also known as Siddarth Prashanth, and I'm going to be signing off for just a little bit before map number 3 starts.
tab, yeah, I'm running for the cash. I come and go like a round, round, round. Putting in the work like I'm way behind. Still dropping on the low, lurking in the mode like I'm running from the popo. Remember when we did it for life? Just notice it. All these veins got me trimming the knife. Always on some new thing like Hiding in the dark, but we can see it through the lens that's captured us. So don't let it go. Get up to see me fall. We are standing in two time zones all at once. Can't take hold. Our minds are far apart, but we don't need to talk. SILENT, we don't need our words to speak. SILENT, let your body set you free. SILENT, follow me, I'll take the lead. Let go of your thoughts. My mind is muted, but I feel my body talk. So don't let go. Stand by the water's edge. I touch the surface and I'll feel you and we connect. So don't say no. Our minds are far apart, but we don't need to talk. SILENT, we don't need our words to speak. SILENT, let your body set you free. SILENT, follow me, I'll take the lead. We don't need our words to speak. SILENT, we don't need our words to speak.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Old Bear, also known as Siddharth Prashanth, and we are going to be getting into the decisive map of this PUBG live stream. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what this live stream is about, this is the round number 2, match number 4 of the ISRL PUBG Mobile live stream. And this is going to be the decisive map because this is a best of 3 series, and the two maps being played before, we've actually seen a lot of differences, especially, the player Papa Porn actually getting a really good placement on both of these maps, and he has been playing that extremely well. And a huge shout out to India Today, PlayStation, SRM University, College Dunia, No Paper Forms, and EGI for sponsoring ISRL. And also a huge shout out to all of you guys who have supported us on our live stream and made this happen. But without further ado, I guess we will be checking out the stats for match number 1 and match number 2 cumulatively also, and also the individual stats for match number 2. But before showing that, what you guys can do is go ahead and participate in the giveaway that we are doing throughout the course of the live stream. And we are actually giving two lucky winners two 600 UC cash each. And if you don't know how to participate in that, go ahead and check the description down below, and you'll know exactly what to do. You'll be equipped with all the information and all the rules and regulations that you need to follow to get yourself a winning chance for that 600 UC cash. And also, while you're here, go ahead and like Playtonia's Facebook page. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and also follow us on Instagram because we are active in our social media, and you will get to know all of our upcoming events. We have a lot of things lined up, not just PUBG Mobile. We have CSGO, Dota 2. There's also a bunch of sim racing. There's FIFA. There's Tekken 7, and a lot more games which are going to be coming up in a little bit. So if you don't want to miss out on any of that esport goodness, go ahead and just follow us on our social media. Just do what I say, and you'll not regret it. I promise you on that. But let's actually go ahead, jump right into the stats for map number 2. And as you see right here, we see a J. Bruce Wayne, who actually got the chicken dinner during map number 2, is gonna have 115 points, while Papa Porn, who ranked number 2 in the map number 2, is gonna be ending it with 105 points. Gamer YT, who ranked at the third place with 100 points. Stonefaced and Karan SJR are going to end it with 95 points each. Rishikesh, okay, that is a very nice, wordplay for you right there. A good shout out to you. Is going to be there with 85 points. Following him is going to be Manan with 70 points. Aggie with 65. Killshot with 60, and Dabstab underscore 75 is gonna end it with 55 points. So this is the score for map number 2, and the cumulative points are going to be shown to you right now, and that is going to have Papa Porn at the top with 220 points. Oh lord, this guy is on the top right here. And you see Ajay Bruce Wayne, who's at second place with such a huge deficit between himself and Papa Porn. That is, I believe, around 55 points, actually, of a gap between him and the first place. We do see Aggie 16 over at third place with 160 points. Manan K07H with 155 points. Not 7 Proud with 140 points, while Gamer YT and Karan SJR are going to share that 135 points each. And Stonefaced and Kira Gaming are actually having that 125 points each, while Jack Overdrive, such a cool name but such a sad, placement over at the leaderboard with 820 points. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the cumulative points for map number 2 and map number 1. But we will not get to know who is going to be proceeding to the next round until map number 3 is finished, and we are going to be getting into that in a short while. But what you can do in the meanwhile is, grab yourself a bunch of popcorn, strap on your seatbelts, and also, participate in our giveaway, because we are giving away 600 UC cash each for two lucky winners of today's live stream. So go ahead and participate in that. If you don't know how to do that, go ahead and check the links down in the description below. So you will be well equipped to know how to participate and also get yourself an availing chance to win that 600 UC cash. So I guess we will be getting into round number 3. The loading screen is going to be underway. We do see a bunch of heads floating around and the map not loading in yet, but it does load in right now, and we do see all the people for match number 3 up right here. And the players to look out for obviously is going to be Papa Porn, who is leading by quite a high margin. And a lot of these players probably need to put up their A game if they want to get a better placement and qualify for the next round. The match is going to start in a few more seconds. I guess half a minute, 25 seconds there is. And we have seen a lot of these players, having a really good placement in the early game, but the decisive factor does come over at the later stages where things did not look that well for a lot of these people. But Papa Porn, I believe he did not really play it very passively. He went balls on aggressive from the start of the game, and he got rewarded for it. I guess I did make a statement a few matches ago saying that PUBG does not reward you for your aggression as much as other games like CS:GO. But Papa Porn has proven me wrong once again, and we see the plane's flight path is going to start over at the southeastern side of the map, and it's going to be ending over near Hatin. So this is quite I don't think this is going to change a lot of people's drop area. While we do see Jeeta is actually going to be dropping at Camp Charlie, and it looks like Camp Charlie does not really have anybody else landing over there. So Jeeta seems to have all of that loot to himself. But what good does loot matter if you're not gonna be placing yourself in a better position according to the circle? But that is not gonna matter as of now. He seems to be looting all of that M416, and we do see one more player right here, player number 22, and also Kratos right there, Sparta Kratos. They are going to be here at these ports, and it looks like Akira is gonna actually get the hell out of here. I believe he is aware of Kratos' position, but he really does not want to take a fight. And that is a really good thing that these players have decided to not camp around and take the fight, because if you do manage to place in the top 5 at least, you will have a winning chance of qualifying for the next round. And 17 people live as usual. We see all of the players over at bootcamp doing their usual shenanigans, just camping around, snaking around. Nothing really interesting over here. I don't really know why we still keep showing this until any of these guys actually take a fight or something. But you know how it's gonna go. We're just going to be seeing all of these guys just camping around in one of these buildings, peeking over at those windows, while Storm is going to be on top of that. He's just the king of campers right here. Just has an M416, also has a QBU to work with, and it looks like things are gonna be going in his favor. He does grab that M24, so he looks to be pretty sorted out. Meanwhile, over at the other side at Paradise Resort, it looks like Stone-Faced. I believe this is Stone-Faced's preferred place of landing, and Proud are going to be facing off each other in a little bit. Stoneface is going to be on the other side of Paradise Resort. He's going to be looting one of those buildings. I'm pretty sure that he's going to be sorted out for now. He probably needs a vest. He does not have one as of yet, but once he does, I believe he would be in a better position. And it looks like he is quite aware of Proud's position, so he's just gonna make his position in such a way that he'll probably be able to spot him out before he does him. And we do see Storm over at the main building as usual, not really making a move. We'll actually be able to see how it's going once the zone has been shown, because I don't think that it is still, clipping a boot camp just yet. So people over at boot camp, they don't really have to worry about anything. They can just laze around over there, just crouch and look at the windows, wait and see until one of these guys loses patience, so they can make their move and get that kill pretty easily, and then move out pretty securely. Meanwhile, we do see Stonefaced. He is quite aware of Proud's position by the looks of it. So he is going to be keeping a keen eye as to where he might be. While Noobs of India, he is going to be taking a little bit of a fight versus Storm. It looks like Storm is aware of Noobs of India, as a little bit of damage has been dealt to Noobs of India already. And it looks like Storm is going to be waiting and baiting him out patiently. While we do see Proud also doing the same. It looks like Proud and Stonefaced are aware of each other's position. So this is already looking to be a weird match coming up right here, as all of these players already being aware of their enemies, their imminent threats position. And it looks like Noobs of India is gonna make a rotation. He is gonna get into another building, try to position himself a little bit better, and also make room for himself to go for that escape. Meanwhile, the zone is going to be shown right here, and it is going to be maximum over at the central island right here, clipping over at the eastern side. So people who are over at the western side, like Hatin, Camp Alpha, and especially Papa Porn, he needs to make his way towards the western side, and Papa Porn has to make his way on top of the bridge, and he probably might be able to catch a bunch of stragglers if they're deciding to get out of boot camp, but that is highly unlikely. You know what they say about boot camp: if you get into that place and the zone is not there, I'm pretty sure that you are either going to die or you're just going to sit there in camp. And that is not an actual saying, but I'm just going to invent that for myself, because I am pretty getting tired about the fact that these guys are not yet making a move. It's not really exciting to see that, guys. So please change your gameplay. But I guess if that is going to be working out in their favor, we can't really complain about that. But yeah, the zone is going to be in a different position than most. Not a lot of water bodies being covered by that, and things are looking to get a little bit more interesting. The first zone is pretty close to the boot camp, so maybe if the second zone does force these guys out, maybe we might be able to see something different. But it looks like Karan SJR is going to be taking a lot of damage from his behind, from the 6 o'clock, but he is going to be in a safer position for now. He's just going to be getting on top of this hill, and he is going to be near Tatmok, and he also has a bunch of healing to work with, so I'm not really going to be surprised if he survives that. And since his level 1 best is the one which took a lot of damage, he can just swap it out for a level 2 if he finds one out into the wild, and it's not really an uncommon loot, so I wouldn't be really surprised. Meanwhile, it seems like Storm and one more player over at Bootcamp have started to make their move, while the first map loot drop has landed, and it is going to be over at the western side of Painan. Probably going to be contested by people like Papa Porn and one more player who is quite nearby. Karan SJR, who actually took a lot of damage as he was riding that bike, is going to be able to heal himself up, and it looks to be pretty healthy. He has managed to replace that level 1 vest, which did take a lot of damage during that little bit of a scuffle. And it looks like he is in a better position. He will probably be able to, heal himself back to full HP. Meanwhile, over on the other side of the map, we actually see Mafia's Wolf has an AKM and a Car 98K to work with. Also has a level 3 vest, but only has a level 1 helmet, and he probably needs to go ahead and change that one out, and he would probably be good for the rest of the game. Meanwhile, Storm is going to be still camping over at the central building, and it looks like Noob might just be able to, get inside of that central building and might be able to get that kill on the Storm if he's going to be camping that out. That might just be a mistake that he would have done, which he would gravely, pay for if he's going to be staying there for a little bit more time. And meanwhile, we do see the zone is going to clip Mafia Wolf just a little bit, but he does have a bunch of boosters, so I'm not really going to be worried about that. That's just a minuscule amount of damage, which you can heal by drinking an energy drink. As the zone is going to be showing up right now, and it is thank the Lord it's not near boot camp, because that is finally going to force them to get the hell out of that place. And you see Mafia Wolf, he's going to be scanning those hills right there. Papa Port is going to be over near the boot camp side of that hill, so he probably has a really good angle. He might be able to spot out the people who are going to be moving away from boot camp. And rightly said, he also has an M24 to work with, so if he does manage to catch a glimpse of Noobs of India or even Storm, he might be able to secure a preview for himself. He is looking to be pretty sorted out: level 2 vest, a level 3 helmet, a level 3 backpack, bag and an M24 to boot. The only confusing part is the fact that he's not really looking at the right side. And since he is going to be near the zone, he can probably make a move just yet. And it looks like Papa Porn has managed to spot out Noobs of India, and Storm is also making a lot of damage. So maybe Papa Porn can set himself up in such a way that he will be able to get these stragglers as they are exiting. While Noobs of India and Storm are finally, thank the Lord, they're going to be getting into a fight. Storm is going to be camping over there, but no, it is not going to be Noobs of India who gets that kill, but Papa Porn from that hill just snipes him out with that M24. And Noobs of India, I'm pretty sure that he shit his pants because he thought he would probably get that kill, but uh, from a really surprising kill coming out there from Papa Porn. I really didn't expect him to actually go for that kill. I thought that maybe he would wait for them to straggle out of that place. But since Storm was actually camping over there, just staying still, that was too much of a freebie that he really did not want to miss out on. And rightly said, it is going to be working out in his favor. Meanwhile, the second airdrop of the game is going to land just a little bit south of Paradise Resort. It looks like Proud is going to be near it, so it's going to be Stonefage, and it has an AWM and all the level 3 gear that you ever wanted. So they are looking to be in a good position. Whoever is going to be getting that loot drop, that is. Meanwhile, Jita, he is going to be having that M416 and the AKM. Weird, not really weird choice of weapons, actually, mind you. That is a good loadout to go ahead with. And you see the map right there. That actually showed all the players who are inside of the zone, and it looks like Papa Porn is not in just yet. He needs to be careful of Wolf though, because Wolf, I believe, was just a little bit south of him, and since the hill is going to be blocking that out, he is going to be in a better position. Meanwhile, Ace Indian YT is going to be inching towards this little bit of a settlement, towards the zone, and there is going to be Steve Rogers who is going to be inside of one of these settlements. So Ace Indian needs to be a little bit careful about that. And looks like Steve Rogers will have the upper hand, as Ace Indian is going to be looting at all of those a little bit more recklessly. And if Ace Indian does, vault into Steve Rogers' building, he will be caught unawares. And it looks like Steve Rogers is aware of Ace Indian YT's position. So he might probably be able to get that kill for sure. He does have the weapons to actually make that happen, and it looks like Ace Indian with that pan, he's just gonna be crouch walking. I don't really know what the hell this guy is doing, man. Whenever someone unsheaths their pan out of the scabbard, it actually surprises me quite a bit. And we do see Steve Rogers. He is going to be in a really good position. Meanwhile, Noobs of India YT, who by the way has made his way out of boot camp, is going to be in a good position. But Papa Porn once again has tracked his movements right there, so he might be able to get that kill once again. He has an M24 and also an assault rifle, I believe, to work with. Meanwhile, Steve Rogers, he believes the position of the guy who was trailing him is just behind him, but he is going to be making a rush for it. But little does he know that Stonefaced is towards his 3 o'clock, and if he does manage to spot him out, it is going to be quite hard for him to deal with. ACTN YT is going to be at the edge, very edge of the zone, and they will have to make their move in about 1 more minute. And while they are going to be doing that, it looks like Stonefaced is going to inch ever so closer towards Steve Rogers' position. And if he does manage to spot him out, that is probably going to be a very easy kill for Stonefaced. But little does he know that there's also Ace Indian YT, so if he reveals his position just now, it is going to be quite hard for him to get the hell out of this place, because once your position is revealed, you can probably count on the fact that your enemies are probably going to have that crosshair pointed towards your general direction, and if you do run into that is going to be quite a hard thing to deal with. And we do see Ace Indian, he is going to be making a move, while we do see Steve Rogers, he is going to jump around, make a little bit of noise, and it feels like Stoneface might be aware of his position. He's not really having eyes on him, but right now though, he might just spot him out, and it looks like Ace Indian is also in a really weird position. It looks like the person who's actually going to be at the forefront of trying to get that kill is going to be Steve Rogers. Meanwhile, the third airdrop is going to be there, and that is going to land near Bhang. And that is going to have that MK14, probably one of the better guns of the game. Whoever is going to be getting this is certainly going to be lucky. It also has a sniper rifle suppressor, and we see Steve Rogers with the VSS. Oh my god, what a bad choice of gun that you've actually picked up, man. You have an AK-47, you choose to use the VSS. That is a sin by itself. Meanwhile, we do see over near Quarry, Wolf is gonna be getting into a little bit of a fight against Cheetah. Cheetah has been spotted out, and Mafia Wolf is gonna just scrape around, get that kill, and that's probably gonna be an upgrade to his helmet, because the bucket helmet is looking extremely fugly right here for him, and he probably needs to get that, so he probably has a better fighting chance against all of these players. And let's actually see if there is a level 2 helmet. Okay, I don't think there is, but he does manage to, grab some tactical stocks or something for his weapons, and he's looking to be pretty sorted out, and he's also pretty close to the zone. Meanwhile, Steve Rogers, with that VSS, again, is trying to look for a bunch of kills. We do see Kratos, he is going to be running into Jack Overdrive anytime soon. If he makes a mistake of, opening up this door, that is going to be quite sad, but it looks like, Jack Overdrive, his movements are getting he is tracking the movement of Kratos right there, but it looks like Kratos does not really want to get into that big building. Maybe he's aware of his position or something, but it looks like that is the best decision that he could have done. Maybe he was just lucky. Maybe he just didn't want to go for the loot, because it looks like he is pretty looted out. Has that M416, has that Kar 98K with that long range scope, also all the low 3 gear that you could ever ask for. And Kratos is gonna be making his way deeper inside of the zone, and he's just gonna pass by Overdrive like there, Jack Overdrive, and Jack Overdrive does have that Vector to work with, but Vector is not really one of those guns which I would prefer to fight with, because it does not deal a lot of damage, even though it's an SMG. Maybe an UMP would have probably been better, and it looks like Kratos is gonna get spotted out by Jack Overdrive, and that is gonna be an easy kill, and probably all of those guns going his way, and also a pretty good upgrade to his gear, because he only has level 1 gear. He's just gonna close the door, make sure that nobody's gonna be peeking in, as he is doing the forbidden thing, that is going for the loot. While Noobs of India, he is gonna spot out the tuk-tuk, and probably is gonna be making a lot of noise as he's gonna be driving this around. But I wouldn't really suggest doing this, because tuk-tuks are not really the fastest vehicles in the game, and if you are gonna get spotted out by one of these people with a long range scope and they just spray at you, that is not gonna be an ideal way for you to go out, and that's actually a very shameful way to go out. Riding a tuk-tuk and getting shot at from behind, that is not a way to go, man. And we do see him inching towards Proud's position. He is gonna be at the edge of the zone, just makes his way in, and if he just looks down onto the hill, he probably might be able to spot out Proud's position. But assuming the fact that these guys are not playing it while walking, they're probably playing it while sneaking around, I wouldn't say that is gonna be a surefire thing. Meanwhile, we do see Papa Porn. He is making his way near the settlement where there is going to be Dab Stab 75. So he needs to be careful about that. He needs to make sure that he does not get caught unawares. He does manage to spot out that truck though, and maybe he can use this to get a better position, because he is out into the open. Meanwhile, Proud, Steve Rogers, and Riptide seem to be the ones who will be getting into a fight right now. While Dabstab, his position has been revealed. Papa Porn does look at him, and he is trying to go for the spray. He will be able to get the kill on the Dabstab, and that is going to be one more kill going the way of Papa Porn. And Papa Porn goes for the reload. Nothing really surprising right there, but Papa Porn does manage to spot out Jack Overdrive. Also, what quick reflexes this guy has, and he is going to change his position, make sure that he is getting ready for a fight. And Papa Porn, if he does have a grenade, this is the right time to throw that, because Jack Overdrive is going to be on the other side. He is going to be priming up a Molotov though, so that is going to also do the deed. And it looks like Jack Overdrive, he is in a bad position. He is taking a little bit of damage right there from Papa Porn. And Steve Rogers and Riptide are also going to be fighting up right now, and it looks like Steve Rogers is grabbing the short end of the stick. But Papa Porn, meanwhile, is going to be able to get that kill onto Jack Overdrive, while Steve Rogers is going to go down to Riptide. No, actually, Riptide is taking a lot of damage. If Riptide is going to be going for the peak, yes, Riptide does go for the peak, but he does manage to get that kill onto Steve Rogers, and he will be able to make it into the zone just by a hair's breadth. And 10 people are alive, but it looks like Killshot is going to be able to get that kill onto Riptide, and suddenly people are falling left, right, and center. Popcorn, he is looking to be in a better position than most. Not really any imminent threats as of now. He's not inside of the zone though, so he needs to be careful. And we do see Stoneface. He is going to be stuck outside of the zone, so he needs to make sure that he heals up, gets a better position, needs to make the run for it. I don't believe he has a smoke to work with. He does have the grenade though, so he's just going to be throwing that a little bit inside of the zone, hoping for a easy kill or something. But it looks like Ace Indian. He's going to be climbing up these hills right there, and he might be able to spot out one more player. Current SGR is going to be getting into a little bit of a fight, and it looks like Stoneface has spotted out Ace Indian YT, and Ace Indian YT, his position is going to be revealed, and that is probably going to be Stoneface getting the kill. But no, Ace Indian YT turns around and gets the kill on to Stoneface, and Ace Indian makes a sprint for it, but Karan SGR says no, he's not taking any damage from the zone, gets that kill, sprints towards the zone, and 8 people are going to be left over at this short of a zone. And you see, this zone is actually going to be a little bit more interesting because this does not have a lot of grass to work with. And Papa Pone once again gets the kill onto Noobs of India. And this guy, he is on a roll. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually going to be getting that chicken dinner once again. And we see Papa Pone, he is going to be going prone, but he is going to be taken down. I guess I jinxed it just a little bit, saying he might get a chicken dinner, as you know, Mafia Wolf is going to be painting me wrong by getting that kill onto Papa Porn. And you know, Papa Porn did manage to rack up a bunch of kills, so I wouldn't be really worried as to my placements in this round, as we do see a lot of these people are going to be out in the open. I believe the guys who are at the mountains, they're probably going to be getting killed left, right, and center. Meanwhile, Mafia Wolf, he is looking to be at a better position. He only has a level 1 helmet though. He probably needs to swap that out with Papa Porn's helmets right there. And he is the only person who is inside of the zone, and he will be able to spot out these people if he just does it a little bit better enough. While Karan SJR over at the short end of the stick is gonna have a better angle though, so he might be able to spot out Killshot. While Mafia Wolf does, he managed to spot out Killshot right there, but the M416 single shot is not really working out in his favor. He's not really having that best aim which you can find in this tournament, as you know, Mafia Wolf does not manage to get the kill on to Killshot, but it looks like Karan SGR is aware that there might be one more person over there, so he's just going to be changing his position, trying to get that flank onto Killshot's position right there. And Ikira and Brutal OP are looking to get into a little bit of a fight, as Brutal OP is going to be forced out into the open. Meanwhile, we do see Killshot is going to be tracked up by Karan SJR. Karan SJR is aware of his position, so Killshot, he can make this happen, but no, it seems like Killshot has figured out that Karan SJR is making his way towards him, just points at the direction and gets that kill. And only 5 people are alive at this varying terrain. And Brutal OP, he is keeping an eye onto one of these players. It looks like Killshot is going to tick down to the zone, and that is going to be the first player of today's tournament who actually ticks out to the zone. Meanwhile, Brutal OP, I don't really know what the hell he's doing. He is keeping an eye onto Akira's position, and it looks like he's not really aiming at the right direction, but he does manage to spot out Akira, and Brutal OP does manage to get that kill. So that is his first kill of the game, and only 3 people are left alive in this best of 3 series, and that is going to be Brutal OP, player number 4, and player number 26. And player number 26 is going to be not in the zone right now. Proud is going to be inside one of these buildings. Mafia Wolf probably has a better angle. He might be able to get the kill onto Brutal OP if he's trying to make his way inside of the building. But Proud, though, he seems to be pretty sorted out. And Mafia Wolf is ever so slightly inching closer towards Brutal OP. He's just keeping that tree as cover, and he might be able to get a better angle onto Brutal OP if he manages to spot him out, but I don't think that is going to be the case anytime soon. And yeah, Mafia Wolf, though, I think he is aware that Brutal OP is going to be there, because Brutal OP did manage to get that kill onto Akira from that exact position. So nothing really surprising right there. Meanwhile, Proud, he's just gonna be acting as the observer, not really gonna be moving an inch. He's gonna be inside of that building. He's just gonna wait and see if any one of these players is gonna be reckless enough to make the first move. Meanwhile, we do see Mafia Wolf. He is inching closer towards Brutal OP, and it looks like right now the tables have turned. It looks like Proud cannot really make his way inside, outside of that building because the zone is going to be onto the hill where Wolf is actually is. So Wolf is keeping an eye. He is going to be looking at the other side. I would suggest not making a lot of movements. We do see the smoke getting chopped up by Proud right there, and probably Brutal OP will be able to get that kill onto Proud. The door has been opened, and it looks like Mafia Wolf and Proud are looking to be at a really good position. But if Brutal OP does manage this, if he gets spotted out by Proud, though, it is going to be quite hard. But it looks like Proud does manage to get that kill onto Brutal OP. So this is just going to be Proud. He will have to make his way out of that building. And I don't think he has a lot of smokes to work with. And it looks like Mafia Wolf has changed his position. He does manage to spot out Proud. But Proud is going to be weaving and bobbing and weaving right there. And Mafia Wolf, though, he manages to catch him with his stance down. And that is going to be Wolf getting that chicken dinner in map number 3. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the conclusion for this best of 3 series. We do have one more best of 3 series coming up, and that is going to be tomorrow, though. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned for the stream, which is going to be happening at the same time. It will start around 6:30. So we'll also be having that giveaway. So don't really go anywhere. Meanwhile, we are going to be taking a little bit of time to calculate the points and see who is going to be the victor of this best of 3 series and who are the people who are actually going to be qualifying for the next round. But what you guys can do in the meanwhile is go ahead and participate in the giveaway, because we are giving 2 lucky winners 600 UC cash each, and that is going to be available. We are also going to be announcing that once the scoreboards are down. So you have to keep that in mind. So also what you guys can do is participate in the giveaway, because you only have a short amount of time to register yourself to get into the giveaway. So go ahead and check out the link down in the description below, so you guys can get the information, get the rules and regulations and all the instructions that you need to participate in the giveaway and give yourself a winning chance of getting that 600 UC cash. And you can use that to buy a lot of items in PUBG Mobile. Get that really fancy skin that you always wanted, that level 1 helmet which has those bat wings coming out of it. That is a really cool skin which I personally want myself, but I don't really have the opportunity to get that 600 UC cash. Employers cannot really participate in the giveaway, but the same cannot be said for you guys. You guys can participate in the giveaway, so go ahead and do that with that. Also, you can get the Royale Pass with the UC cash, so nothing really surprising about that. And with the Royale Pass, obviously comes a lot of free skins. You can't really skimp out on any of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess what you guys can do after, other than participate in the giveaway, is go ahead and check out Playtonia's Facebook page, give us a like, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram so you guys don't miss out on any of the esport goodness that we guys are doing right now. And that is something which I'm saying with so much passion, because Playtonia is coming out with a lot of those, and you guys really don't want to miss out on any of those, especially the sim racing that we have in store for you, which is going to be into the mainstream esports in just a little bit. And I guess the stats are going to be up right now, so let's see who is going to be the decisive winner of this best of 3 series. So for match number 3, we see the scores right here. It is going to be Lone Wolf Ray, who gets the chicken dinner and ends it with 115 points. 007 Proud is going to be ending it with 100 points. Manan K07H with 95 points. 95 points, while Papa Porn is going to be ending it with 90 points. Killshot is also going to be sharing that same points with Papa Porn with 90 points each. Akira Gaming is going to have 85 points. Karan SJR with 80. Rishikesh and Noobs of India is going to have 65 points each, while Aggie underscore 16 is going to end at the 10th place with 55 points. So these are the points for the individual points for match number 3, and let's actually see the cumulative points for the best of 3 series. And no surprises right here, as Papa Porn with a total kill count of 9 is gonna be ending this best of 3 series at the first place with 310 points, while Manan K07H with 250 250 points is gonna end it with 3 kills at second place. 007 Proud with 5 kills is going to end it with 240 points, while Lone Wolf Ray over at fourth place with 220 points. While Aggie 16 is going to be there at fifth place with 215 points, and Karan SJR is also going to be there with 215 points. But Karan SJR has one more kill than Aggie 16, so I believe he's actually at fifth place, while Aggie 16 is at sixth. Ajay Bruce Wayne is going to end it with 210 points, being shared with Kira Gaming. But Kira Gaming has one more kill than Ajay Bruce Wayne, so he's probably going to be ranked a little bit higher than that. Killshot 512 is going to end it with 210 points also, but since he has the lowest amount of kills amongst the 210 points, 3 people, so he's going to be at the ninth place probably. While Noobs of India is going to end it with 3 kills and 180 points. So these guys are the top 10 players of this best of 3 series. So congratulations to all of you. You guys are going to be proceeding to the next round of ISRL. And that is going to be happening pretty soon, but there is still one more round to go, sorry, one more match to go in round number 2, which is going to be streamed tomorrow. So what you guys can do is not miss out on that. Just go ahead and tap the bell icon onto our YouTube channel, so you guys get notified whenever we are going to be going live. And also a huge shout out to India Today, PlayStation, SRM University, College Dunia, No Paper Forms, and EGI for sponsoring ISRL. And also a huge shout out to all of you viewers who are actually going to be viewing this. And also, talking about viewers, I guess this is the time to actually decide who is going to be the winner of the giveaway. And I guess let's get the drums rolling, as we are going to be saying who is going to be the winner of today's live stream. And that is going to be Krishna Chibber and Ansar Ali Mundal. Congratulations to both of you beautiful people. You are going to be getting 600 UC cash. So go ahead and message us over at Playtonia on our Facebook page, or write us a mail at support@playtonia.com, and we will make sure that you get that 600 UC cash. And I don't know what the hell you're going to be doing with that. I mean, you can get a royal pass, or you can get more fancy skins. That is something you guys can deal with. I'm not really going to be bothered about that. But with that being said, I guess this is the conclusion of today's live stream. But we're also going to be doing that tomorrow, so don't forget about that. So, prepare some popcorn for tomorrow, and also prepare a seat belt so you can strap it onto your seat, because we are going to be getting into the last match of round number 2 tomorrow. So don't forget about that. Stay tuned in. And this is going to be Old Bear, also known as Siddarth Prashanth, and I am going to be signing off right now.